Yo, we got another video. Hopefully this video actually works because, like I was saying, actually no, the siege video I uploaded is not gonna be uploaded till after I upload this. I forgot, but what was I about to say? Oh yeah, I tried to upload the video on the second round and Game 7 of Rockets Warriors, Game 7 of Clippers Nuggets, but the videos didn't upload because the video simply wouldn't load after I ended the video. Like I don't know what was going on with it. Yeah, that's what happened. Um, what else was I was about to say? Um, Oh yeah, also got a mic, so I'm gonna start uploading video, make more gaming videos, like through my PlayStation and stuff like that. And what's the first thing I was about to say? Oh yeah, I'm just about to start, upload more general, done with school, summer. Got nothing else to do. I'm also start streaming. I'm gonna have my Twitch in the description. But to get to these, what you call it? To get to these series, OKC, Minnesota, versus man and Indiana, New York. Bro, I keep slipping up, but I'm not restarting this video, bro. Anyway, the way we got here is crazy. Because first of all, many people chose the Bucks to beat the Pacers. Crazy. All right, I'm pretty sure everyone's bracket is probably it's probably GG's for everybody's bracket because nobody expected the Celtics to lose to the Knicks. Because even if you did have the Bucks beating the Pacers, you would then probably think the Pacers were going to lose to Cleveland. No, that's not what happened. Um, going with going back to the West, OKC. You know, OKC almost winning 70 games. Had me thinking that they were just gonna blow out Denver, but I feel like Denver was just better than what we thought, rather than OKC being worse than what we thought. Now, I will say OKC did have their struggles. Like J Dub had some trash games during that series, but didn't really matter. Um, Shooting from like people like Lou Dort wasn't there for most of the series. Alex Caruso's never been a great shooter, but again, Alex Caruso had some games too where he just wasn't shooting well. But I guess he still made it to the conference finals. Then you go down to the bottom half of the West bracket, which I was talking to somebody about this. The top half of the West bracket was definitely better than the bottom half. Like the Lakers and Timberwolves feel like two incomplete teams. I feel like Minnesota just got here based off circumstances, honestly. And that's not to discredit their run, but I do feel like it's gonna end here. I do think OKC is gonna win in 5 games because Minnesota is just not like that. I don't think Mike Conley's good enough to be a starting point guard on the finals team at this point in his career. Mike Conley's gonna get played off the floor by OKC. Um, the Warriors and which call it Lakers. Well, the Lakers just got outcoached. The Lakers didn't even think of, oh, let's cook Mike Conley. Like, no, they didn't even think of that. The Warriors, they just don't really have the talent to do so, especially without Steph. Even if Steph is not the type of person to go ISO against Mike Conley, maybe Jimmy Butler, but Jimmy Butler wasn't that aggressive. Um, so I think OKC is actually going to take advantage of Mike Conley. Now again, that could sound hypocritical because I just said the last 2 series didn't do it, but I feel like OKC is more prepared for that. I can almost say the same thing about Rudy Gobert. Um, because thing is, you put Julius Randle, Isaiah Hartenstein. I feel like Isaiah Hartenstein is getting more offensive rebounds. And you put Rigo Bear on shit. That means he's out of the paint and just no one guarding the paint. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of lose for both of them. Like you kind of really didn't really see that with the Lakers and Warriors series because Rui Hachimura can be good at times, but Rui Hachimura is not gonna be the type of person like cook you from 3 point line. Um, Actually, no, Chet's not that type of player too. I just feel like Chet's a better player than Rui Hachimura, which obviously isn't a hot take or anything like that. But I feel like Chet would take advantage of a Rudy Gobert matchup more than what Rui Hachimura did. Um, what was I about to say? Wait, what was I talking about? Like right before? I don't even know. I just think OKC's a better team, especially if you're talking about starting lineups. Minnesota has one of the worst starting lineups I've ever seen in the conference finals. Like, it's really their bench that like their bread and butter. Because Julius Randle's been playing great most of these playoffs, and that's probably the reason why they're here. If they got Julius Randle that was on the Knicks in these playoffs, they would have lost to the Lakers, 100%. Because the Lakers lost in 5 games. Most of those games were close. The Lakers could have easily won Game 4 and 5 because they pretty sure they had the lead in both of those games. Um, there could be a game I'm forgetting too between Game 1 was a blowout. I'm not sure if we had a lead in Game 3, but I'm pretty sure that was the Luka sick game. But again, I think if Luka wasn't sick, we would never lost Game 3. Honestly, that's my opinion though. Yeah, I got OKC and Vada. I don't think Minnesota can really do anything defensively or offensively to slow down OKC. I feel like one night they're just gonna have a lucky game where OKC's not hitting shots and they are, and that's the only way they win. Even Anthony Edwards is definitely gonna have his worst series out of the last 6 playoff series they've had in the past 2 years. Lou Dort is gonna put him in hell. Caruso's gonna put him in hell. Like it's over. It's over for them. Now going back to the more interesting series, New York versus Indiana. I can see either team winning the series. Obviously they played last year, but you can't really use last year as representation at all, right? Because I feel like the Knicks were gonna win this series last year if they didn't have like 5 injuries going into Game 7. Um, that's probably why they traded so many of those players. They had like almost all their depth get hurt. They were like, screw it, we're not gonna have depth anymore. And so far it's worked. But I don't know. Indiana's depth has worked. Like Bennedict Mathurin coming off the bench, Obi Toppin coming off the bench, T.J. McConnell coming off the bench. They've gave great production. Now I'm not saying they've been the most consistent players because like a player like Bennedict Mathurin hasn't been that consistent. But like Obi Toppin having a 15, 20 point game, T.J. McConnell coming out in the quarter dropping like 6 to 8 points, Bennedict Mathurin hitting threes. Like that's very important when it comes to these series because like the Knicks aren't really getting much from their bench outside like 1, 2 games. Um, yes, Cameron Payne had one game. I think it was. Wait, hold on. Who they played in the first time? Oh no, that was against Detroit. He had a game against Detroit where he hit like 2 threes in like 2 minutes, or maybe it was like 3 threes in 2 minutes. But I don't see him doing that again. Miles McBride, he's good at defense. He's not a scorer for real. Mitchell Robinson's definitely not a scorer. And outside of that, they're not really playing anyone else. Like they really aren't. Unless we're against somebody, I don't think I am. I really don't know who wins the series though, because even though they have Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby, Tyrese Halliburton is way faster than them. I'm gonna be honest. So if the Pacers coach can find a way to get Tyrese Halliburton going, I feel like that's simply how they win the series. Because if I feel like that's gonna be the dictator for the series is Tyrese Halliburton. If Tyrese Halliburton is playing any worse than he was playing in the Cleveland series, because Cleveland series he was very inconsistent. He wasn't even scoring that well. And the one game Cleveland did win was when they took the ball out of Tyrese Halliburton's hands. They went with the zone. Excuse me. That zone worked really well. But at the same time, the Pacers' game plan has been pretty simple. Not Pacers, I meant Knicks. When they were playing Boston, they just limited threes. They contested as many threes as possible. Maybe that type of defense will work on the Pacers, but at the same time, the Pacers move way more than Boston, and the Pacers actually go to the paint. Tyrese Halliburton is actually going to go to the paint. Um, Now that I'm actually talking about it, I think I'm gonna go Pacers in 6 or 7. But I'm gonna say 7 just because New York has been very impressive these playoffs. But yeah, I think the Pacers win the series. Now, as far as the Pacers OKC final, first of all, I really don't want to see the Pacers in the finals. just because it like looks nasty. No disrespect to Tyrese Halliburton, just looks nasty. But what was I about to say? Oh yeah, if that's finals were to happen, OKC versus Indiana, I got OKC in probably 5 again, just because you take New York, but with better depth, a better best player, like better defense and jump. Like, yeah, I got OKC in like 5 in that one. I think OKC is gonna win the championship this year just because like the way everything kind of fell out for them. Yeah, because they didn't really have to go against the team that matched up well against them, which would have been probably Boston. That's not to say Indiana doesn't match up well against them, because I feel like Aaron Smith and Andrew Nembhard will be better defenders on what's his name, Shea, than they were on Donovan Mitchell, because Donovan Mitchell was 100% faster than Nembhard and Smith. I feel like when it comes to Shea though, they're about the same speed, and I feel like they can do some things, especially Smith, to slow down Shea. But I still don't think this could be enough. Um, so yeah, I would take OKC in 5. But let me know what y'all think. I'm gonna end the video right there.